Alright, y'all, we're back with some more Dragon Ball Genshin Squadra, and today we are taking a look here at Vegito. So, I haven't done a video on this guy since Season 3, and he's still very prominent in the meta. Who would have thought, right? They kind of just changed the game for this guy, and even more so in Season 4, I think the amount of farm that's available allows him to get built up very quickly. He's really good at farming, and it just helps him with being able to hold his transformation until he has to really use it. And again, I really do like the fact that he could just transform whenever he wants, because it could just be very useful depending on what goes on in the fight. Now, there's two other reasons why I want to show Vegito off here. Firstly, I do have his dual KO, which looks really cool. But secondly, he did get an adjustment as well. And the adjustment basically is kind of like an overall nerf. His skill 3 now gives a 30% movement speed debuff instead of a 70%, which 70% is really good, so I'm fine with them nerfing that. It now has a lower cooldown though, which is helpful for farming, so I mean, I think overall it's fine, right? I'm not opposed to Vegito getting like a slight nerf. He's really good, so it's not the biggest deal. Now, right here, I actually am forced to transform with Vegito, so that's a little unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. Oh, another thing I do want to bring up is the fact that Vegito is actually available for free right now this week. He is actually a trial hero, and with him being a trial hero, you're able to just kind of use him for free, right? You know, see how you feel about him. If you're a newer player, you want to try out Vegito, there's a pretty good opportunity to do so. They should be putting like these tier 1 heroes more often, honestly, into these like weekly trials, or like maybe even the previous season should be available as weekly trials, especially since they're already available for free. They're still like newer, they're still like generally good. Like next week we should have like Bardock available, and or something like that, rather than, you know, just like a season 2 character, like some random character, you know. Or at least like these season headliners would be really cool to see more often. I just feel like it's not a super common thing. Now, I used my ultimate here because I thought I'd be able to catch Bojack and kill him, but unfortunately I did miss that. So, I mean, it is what it is. Vegito's ultimate is one of the harder things to land at times, so it can be just a little bit annoying. I would have caught up to Bojack right there, actually, but unfortunately, I was stopped by a skill 3, so W skill 3 placement there. For some reason, that guy was going to try and push up against us at level 4. He has a huge level disadvantage, so that's pretty funny. But at this rate, I'm going to be able to get level 7 pretty easily before the next boss, so, I mean, that's really good. I'm not necessarily worried about Kai right now. I'm actually going to go for these backs as much as I can, just because, one, it's build up stacks, and two, it just like will give us generally more XP, like if we get all of them. However, I decided, since my Bardock did push up, to help him out and make sure we are able to get the Kai. I told Bardock to go ahead and get those. Once I got these guys, I would barely leave them alive, so that we're able to kind of split the XP. Because guys, keep in mind that as long as you hit the enemies once, you will get XP from them. I finished these guys off, and then I told my Bardock to go over there just so he can get that farm and transform, hopefully, which I believe he's able to get level 7 right here now. So we have a transformed Bardock. I'm almost level 8, so we should be looking good here. Once I take this Kai, I should be pretty much level 8. That and the little farm right there. But Topo came in and was like, yeah, actually, I'm hungry too. I want some food, bro. So I'm like, okay, man, whatever. I sent my king down there, but God Veggie actually did ult pretty nicely there. We actually do get it due to God Topo, W God Topo there. I'm like, I could fight, but I'm not going to risk it. Honestly, there's no point in me dying when I can get all this farm that's about to respawn, and like potentially like me getting a kill right there. What does that do? Like, I don't think it really does much. Like, I could, again, get all this farm instead and keep a level advantage, but that's kind of my plan there. So I slow Bojack there. Skill 1 does kill him. Now kind of we're fighting against both Gotenks and God Vegeta. I used my ult here, and I missed my ult again because I just couldn't move. I just like was really annoyed right there. I think that was probably because of God Vegeta. Gotenks is transforming, but it doesn't really matter. We could just kind of burst this tower down. Now Gotenks is going to be pretty much just stuck here. I missed my skill 1 against him, unfortunately, but he decided to go this way. I'm not sure why. There's the dual finisher right there. It looks pretty sick, by the way. Dude, that dual finisher looks awesome. I decided, let me grab this, steal that from Bojack, get level 9. As you see, I have a pretty huge level gap over the enemy team pretty much. Like the only other character on the enemy team right now that's like close to me is the enemy Vegito, but I'm about to get level 10 soon, so I'm also going to be gapping him as well. That's not really the biggest deal of all time. And that Vegito also just died, so that's cool. At this point, they're holding the tower, so I'm like, okay, there's not really a point for us to keep going in. Kid Gohan tried to get some rat off there, but not really the biggest deal. And I'm just still farming, getting my, build up kind of more stacked up. I have 10 stacks to build up now, already 5 minutes into the match, which, again, this is what I was talking about. Like, Vegito in this season, it's just a lot easier for him to get all these build up stacks, and it just makes him even tankier, especially when he hits his passive against multiple enemies, man. It just, like, whew, it feels really, really nice. You get so much extra HP. Now, I'm going up here just to help against this boss. I see Bojack's right there, so I'm like, hey, let's go ahead and take out Bojack if we can. But my allies didn't get the memo, so I actually do die here, unfortunately. I almost get Bojack, man, but I got 3v1, and I literally told them, I was like, hey, bro, I mean, they're low, I guess, right there, to be fair, but, like, I think if we all jumped them, like, I almost killed Bojack alone. So, like, if Kid Gohan was around me, we would have been fine, but it is what it is. I mean, you can't really stop that now, can you? God Vegeta does go in, and I think we lose the boss because of that, man. I really, if they pushed in with me, even though they're a little bit low health, we would have been okay. However, it's fine at that point because I told my Bardock to go ahead and get some backdoor in, so we have extra health now, and we're looking good. I did not mean to use my my supporter there, but it is what it is. At this rate, I'm like, okay, well, let me just make sure like no one's around. Let me get some farm up, and we should be good. We have 14 build-up stacks, so I'm almost maxed out. I think with these farms right here, I should be able to get 15, and now just pretty much good on farm. But obviously, you still just want to make sure you try to keep a level ahead. This God Vegeta, unfortunately, is level 8 for him, so, it's just not really a good look for him. He's not going to be able to really even get up his passive before we're able to kill him at this rate. But he does actually slightly get away and get his passive up. I don't want to feed him too much, so I'm like, there's no point in attacking him whilst his gauge is up. All 4 of them right here. And then my teammates are just like holding the tower still, so that's awesome. And I die, It is what it is. I'm not sure what they're doing up there. They're just kind of chilling. They're having fun. They're just chilling. They're doing their thing, I guess, right? Whatever the case is. And I think I was telling my Bardock to get that farm or something like that, because it's like, okay, Bardock, I don't know how many stacks he had, but I want to make sure he gets to like as much of a level as possible. Yeah, he's just getting that farm down there just because obviously not only just like getting a level advantage, but having build up stacks is just really, really huge. I'm still a level above the other 2 enemies DPS, and obviously I'm just gapping the tank and the technical, so at this point we should be okay. God Vegeta's right there. I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and help right here. Bojack barely got away there, unfortunately. Just waiting for God Vegeta's passive to run out before we push in again, and we also do have boss here, so I'm just kind of like gauging the scenario. There's an ult right there. I see Bojack is still just waiting around, so I'm like, hey, you know what? Let me try and get this Bojack over here. I was just chasing him down. That's pretty funny. Bojack barely lived that right there, but we're able to get him a bit after. I'm just like kind of waiting. No, he actually gets away. Dang, that's just so unfortunate. I get a little chip here on the tower, just kind of pressuring their tower at the same time as boss, because well, 1, if we get boss, that's an advantage for us. But 2, I mean, we have like a huge tower advantage. So there's not really, honestly, like we don't even necessarily need to get boss at this point. We could just go ahead and get the tower, and that should be fine as well. But it's not really the biggest deal of all time. I see Bojack right there, but I think my ult is about to run out, so I'm not able to obviously take advantage of it, unfortunately. Bojack ulted right there. Not sure what the idea behind that was, but hey, it is what it is. Got a team wipe, and that's kind of just GG, honestly. Like, there that is. So, W team wipe. I wish I could have gone the team finisher right there, but it is what it is. Well, I say team finisher, but like, you guys know the dual KO, right? Kid Gohan got MVP right there because I think he did a lot of tower damage, and I feel like it's kind of, yeah, like, look at the 2 towers he killed. That should have been my MVP. Personally, I think that should have been me, but hey, it is what it is. He got the tower damage, he helped out, so that worked out. Next here, we're kind of leading with the Majin Buu in top lane here. So, I mean, that's fine. Majibu is pretty good right now in this meta, and he's able to hold his own pretty well. I forgot this was a skill 2 cooldown game at the top of my head. Like, I know it was right there on the screen. I just didn't look at it because I'm an idiot. I recorded these matches again. Like, I usually record them like a few days ahead of time. And then whenever I have the opportunity, I will just like kind of sit down and record it. No, obviously I skipped the first part because like it's just farming, just normal farming. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, we are in a skill 2 cooldown game, so it's like, okay, well, booty heal us, steal the Kai with my skill 3, and now I'm like, okay, we could go for this. Just trying to be careful with the search trap right there. It's very silly. Just trying to deny them XP, honestly, is my goal here. And obviously I have Majibu to heal me, so I could like wait as long as possible to get my transformation. I decided let's go ahead and get these backs right here. They will give us a lot of XP. And there's not really a reason to kind of push for a fight at this current moment. I mean, we're still pretty even in terms of farms, so I'm not really too stressed out. And if I have to, I have my transformation, so we should be all good. And yeah, this is like the section of the fight where it's like, obviously, if you get a first hit too early, nothing really happens for a little bit. I see my Bojack is running my poor boo. Bojack is running the too easy, so I'm like, that's awesome, that's great. My boo just got obliterated, and I'm like, yeah, I could have gotten a little closer for the healing, but I think they were just dead regardless right there, and I'd rather just make sure we prioritize and farm for the time being. Just a little bit unfortunate there, but it is what it is. So at this point, just kind of continuing to farm. I mean, like, it's a little boring early on, obviously, because like it's just a lot of farming and making sure that we're looking good. Bot lane is, I don't know what's going on bot lane. I really don't know what's going on bot lane. For some reason I thought like I had my skill 1 like maxed out for some reason when I did that, so I'm just kind of a little stupid as well. We're going straight for the Kai now. And I don't think we're able to, oh no, we are able to steal it, and we can kill Boo right here, I think. So close, but I think God, oh no, we do kill him. Nice. Okay, sweet, 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 sweet. I forgot exactly if we were able to kill him or not. And again, for some reason I grabbed my skill 2 there. Again, I can't even talk. I'm messing up in skills this game because like my skill 2 isn't really doing that much compared to the skill 1 for me. So there's not really a point in me grabbing that, or especially over the skill 3 too. Like I just kind of, it is what it is. I mean, it's not like skill 2 is a bad thing to upgrade, especially because it is skill 2 boost though, so it's like not the biggest deal. I think my brain was just like, yeah, let's go ahead and get the skill 2 because it's skill 2 boost. Because I'm just like, I can't think. I have like 2 IQ, I guess, right now, honestly. I was thinking, should I transform here? And I decided, yeah, let me just get this transformation off, because it's like, well, I just get all the extra stats, and I might as well go ahead and do that. Unfortunately, I can't get a kill off that guy, but I'm trying to like get around God Goku here and see if we can get that. I'm like, okay, let me use my skill, try to secure the boss here. I missed that. Unfortunately, when it comes to me missing my ults, definitely true, man. Some of these ults in these games I had were not really supreme. And this is where I'm like, okay, I could use the excuse I'm not a DPS player. I'm a technical player, right? So, you know, I may make some mistakes here and there, but you know what? It's all good because we're still technically, like, not losing. I mean, we lost one boss, so that's very unfortunate. I'm not sure what Bojack is, like, trying to push in by himself there. He's kind of, like, gauging the situation, but, like, there's not really a point to do that. At this rate, we're just continuing to get farm. And I was thinking maybe we could push this top tower depending on what it looks like right here. We could definitely potentially have killed Boo, but he used his skill 3 to get away, so that was really annoying. I was just also trying to be careful for Deborah as well, just because, man, Boo just keeps healing its skill 2 cooldown. I'm like, I want to go in, but I rather would just play a little safe against Pooh Bora right there. However, I did rush in again. I'm not sure why I rushed in again. I should have just stayed back. Really looking back at it. Yeah, there's a bunch of misplays in this game, huh? From me. I'm kind of a chud, aren't I? Unfortunate. I do know that the next game after this, though, I do really good. Like, whew, I start cooking chat. This probably was my first game on for the day. Is my guess. But either way, next boss is coming up here. So I'm like, okay, let me lock in for the second half of the game. I think the second half of the game, I start actually doing pretty well as well. So that's not the biggest deal. And I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah, this is definitely like just my first game right now. Also, again, Bojack pushing in for the tower. I don't know. I don't know. I can't really tell y'all. Chat, I cannot tell y'all. I have my ult though, so I'm like waiting for the right time so I could just get ult on the boss if possible. My Majin Buu does die, so I'm like, well, I'm kind of cooked. But I just wait for the proper time, and I get the ult off, and we kill it. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Get another ult here, which I kind of technically missed now that I'm looking at it, but hey, you know what? I still get the job done. I use my ult properly on the boss right there, even though I wish Bojack was around. But imagine saying that in Season 1. Man, I wish Bojack was around. Like, people would be like, what are you talking about? I kind of left Cell to die there, but also, like, I mean, I'm not gonna die for Cell. I'm sorry, bro. I want to get all this farm. I think the Cell or the Bojack wanted to give up, but, like, there's no reason to do that at all. I mean, we have a boss. We're even on towers. There's, like, literally zero reason to do that. So I'm like, okay, I was thinking about if we should push that bottom tower with them, because I see they are pushing it as well. But I'm like, I don't know. I want to make sure that we can protect this top one. I think I decide to go down, and I tell Boo to stay up on top just to make sure that he's able to hold. Bojack starts cooking. The second half of the game, bro, I'm telling you, Bojack starts doing some good shit. W Bojack. Like, again, first half of the game, I'm not sure what bro was cooking, but second half, he started doing some shit. He started getting some really good kills. Saw Deborah is right there, so I'm like, hey, let me go ahead and help Boo get Deborah if I can. So close, but he's just barely alive, dude. He was like 1 HP. However, we know that he has to retreat, basically, so I'm like, okay, Sal, hopefully we can go ahead and get this tower here. By the way, I'm only doing duos in these games. I'm not like in a full stack or anything. Like, I'm only doing these two games I'm doing with the Majin Buu, and the last game, the first game I was with Mike, right? So I'm not like in a full stack or anything like that. I am with randoms, so for the most part, right? Two allies on the team is like pretty close enough. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. We have to make sure we go and get Jacko. Jacko will be very pivotal for team fights as well, just because he just gives you so much skill damage. I got turned to candy though, so that sucks. I'm like, oh my god, bro. And we all just like almost die. So that just is very unfortunate. And I think we get team wiped here. Now, they did nerf Team Wipe because it only lasts 20 seconds. It used to last 30 seconds. So that used to be pretty crazy. They are able to even things out, and they have the Jacko buff now. So that just, like, really sucks. That Majin Buu did a really good candy beam right there. Really, really good candy beam, honestly. We still have a good fighting chance, though, so I'm not really stressed. Like, they have a tower advantage, and they also technically have to do that sucks. Okay. The search trap, bro. But we have a Majin Buu to heal here to heal us anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. So the two priorities right here is to kind of get more farm, right? I'm only at 10 stacks of build up. And then also I want to make sure if I could get what's it called? Some chips in the tower potentially is what I was thinking here. Or maybe some picks, but mostly just like trying to deny more XP. We need to get Ribrianne here. If we don't get Ribrianne, we get tripled, and that's just not a good thing. It's just that this team in general, like, we don't really have a boss secure, while the enemy team has God Goku. So it's just like, you know, like, we can't really do much about this, unfortunately. But God Goku did use his ult last time. We got to keep that in mind, so that's good. Boo, his ult that time didn't really have as much of an effect. Right here, I'm just kind of going around. Luckily, Bojack is able to secure it because I'm like, I'm going to just hope that Bojack is able to get that. And look at that, dude. That Bojack cleaned up. I don't know what sorcery that Bojack did right there, bro. But he cleaned up. Oh, my God. He actually just eviscerated them. And I just put my hopes and prayers into Bojack at the end right there. I was like, yeah, hopefully Bojack kind of locks in, bro. And he did really good. That's for sure. I mean, yeah, probably not the best match for me, but hey. Alright, so now this next match here, we have basically just like a pretty good comp overall. We have Keflo who can help melt bosses. God Vegeta is obviously still really good. Again, I think God Vegeta, he's a very good character, but I would still say he's like slightly overrated by the community. Like I feel like people think like, oh, it's either you have God Vegeta or you lose. There's no point in running any other tank. I don't think that's true. I do not think that's true in the slightest. However, he is very strong and easy to use, so that's really good too. Now, again, I cut ahead here just because I don't really care about showing the first part, honestly. And from here, we're just continuing to kind of cook a little bit here. We have a level advantage against that enemy Majin Buu for a little bit. So he got a level right there, actually. I'm not sure how. He was at level 2, and he didn't even kill any farm. I guess it was probably just because he was healing and got an assist off that, which works, I guess, right? Now, at this rate, I have my skill 2, skill 1, and skill 3 up, so we're able to zone in on them. We're really just fighting for farm at this point, because, I mean, Gamma 2, or Gamma 1's kick with the Majin Buu healing, it's just, you can't kill them. Like, it's just not possible to really kill them. You have to, like, target the Majin Buu, and then you kill the Gammas after. Otherwise, it's very difficult to get a kill off them. I mean, you could say the same thing about Vegito. Like, it's very difficult to kill Vegito with this skill 1 passive. But again, I don't really care about fighting them. I'm just trying to secure the Kai there, which we are able to do so. Kind of holding them off from my Buu, just like shielding them. Just because my Buu is able to get his heal up as soon as possible. This is also a skill 2 boost game, so I mean, yeah, you see why we're running Buu, right? I mean, Majin Buu is just pretty disgusting on this game right here. And we're just defending the tower. There's no point in like getting in a real fight right now, just because like, okay, if I get in a real fight, what do? We just waste time. We could be getting farm. We could be getting these so that they could reset as well. Like, that's really important. We want all the farm to reset ideally, which it does right there. Go straight for Kai here, because again, it's just XP that we could deny. Since they're going for it every time, we'll just also go for it every time. This is why we're also heading for this mid farm right here, just to make sure, yeah, I'm able to deny them. And again, you can see right here, this is what I was talking about, where it's like, okay, I could wait to transform with Vegito, and I just get a huge advantage of that. So I could even just transform Vegito at level 7 at this point, and then I'll have my like level 8 just for free. And then that's like a pretty big jump, because I can get my next ultimate level on that, which will really help in team fights and just the damage that it will do in general. Now, I head down and we let Majin Buu protect top right here. My goal is to try and get this farm around, even though it's like right before boss. I'm sure Cathlo would be fine without me for a second. We see there's not a bunch of them there. And, I mean, it's a Broly. Not to be like a Broly hater, but I will be a Broly hater, bro. I decided, let me just get my transformation here, try to push them around. And the boss is just right there, almost a little bit low. Use my ult. I try to get Majin Buu here, honestly. That was my main target, which I do get with my ult right there. Now it's like, okay, we just kind of jump on this guy. And again, with my skill 2 cooldown, I'm able to kind of dive into people really easily. So that's really good as well. Get another kill on Gammas. And now we're looking really good. At this point, we're going to try and go to top tower to get some chips off. But I just don't know if we'd be able to make it there in time, unfortunately. It just wouldn't really be too easy to go ahead and get that. So we still try regardless, just because it's like we could definitely get some chips off here. It's only Majin Buu protecting. I'm fighting the enemy Buu, so we're able to get some extra chips. Like, they can only target one person at a time, right? I think we get a kill off here as well. Unfortunately, not the dual KO finisher, which really sucks. Now, I'm almost level 9 though, which is really good. I'm not really stressed about going to the tower to heal because I have a Majin Buu next to me, so like, what's the point? There's actually 0 point doing that. And at this point, my kind of idea is to just get more stacks to build up before the next boss, which I have 7 already. Definitely not as good as the first game, but, you know, pretty good still regardless. And, oh, my audio is like kind of distorted a little right here, huh? That's not the greatest. I mean, just for a little bit. It happens sometimes. That's an OBS issue. I'm not sure why OBS does that. I decided to watch bottom, see what's going on there. They're not really necessarily losing or winning. Yeah, okay, no, there is definitely like an OST or a background audio issue there. But if they're not going to be going up for a boss, we can potentially just take this tower here is what I was thinking. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do right here. Bam, it should be pretty easy to take that. It's just Majin Buu by himself again. So I'm like, okay, we can slow Majin Buu here. He is able to get a heal because of Broly though. And I'm like, okay, As you see, Broly's doing negative damage, especially with Majin Buu around. That was a great Majin Buu. Oh, by the way, because we just stopped him from getting any actual damage off. I'm still on Buu himself, by the way, just because, again, I want to negate his healing. Now I have my ult available for Broly. It does get a little bit of a damage on him, but it is what it is. Try to chase after Broly. I almost do, but man, that corner got me, so that was really annoying. At this point, they're not going for boss, so I'm not really too worried about going for boss myself. So I'm like, hey, let me just go ahead and go for this tower. Just take that out. Now they don't have any more tier 1s. God Vegeta's also going for my tower, but like, I don't really care. Just get a bunch of extra chips on here. We should be looking good. And yeah, so there that is. Now at this rate, okay, now the audio is back to normal. The audio is going to be a little bit buggy. It was like bothering me right now while I was talking. I'm not going to lie, chat. But it's fine. We have a tower. Actually, no, we don't have a tower advantage. They took that bottom one as well, huh? I don't know where they took that bottom tower. Man, I'm stupid as hell. I don't even know what happens anymore. Majin Buu's ratting, which, you know, does work out for us. I'm like, hey, might as well take this rat. W ratting right there. Just like applying more pressure to tower. We do get boss due to God Vegeta. W God Vegeta right there for getting the boss. My goal here is to get level 11, just because it's like, okay, might as well have my max ult for the next team fight. We're not really going to be doing a lot of team fighting here. Again, I'm just going to be focusing on farm. And especially since I see I'm only at 9 build-up stacks here, I'm like, I could definitely get a little bit more. They do kill Majin Buu, unfortunately, but we got some really good tower damage at the back end right there. So, I mean, that tower is pretty much like, what, 2 chips away? So we still have a pretty good advantage. I see that someone is here with the cloud, so I'm like, okay, let me ping their location here. And this is skill 1, it's Broly. So I'm like, okay, it's Broly. I'm not really too scared of this guy. Like, unfortunately, again, you see Broly doesn't really do a lot of damage. I decided I'm going to ult him. Bam. Kill him. GG, you're out of the way. We get heals in Majin Buu. Now we're pretty ready for the next boss. However, at this point, we could do a split push here. So we don't have to worry about, like, super securing this boss, because the enemy team is a team that has to worry about getting this boss here. I ping for us to get Jacko anyways, though, because there's not really a reason for us not to get triple. But I'm having the Majin Buu go ahead and do the split push so that, okay, even if we lose boss, we still get a lot of tower damage. Is kind of my goal here. And again, we keep going for the Majin Buu. Majin Buu's dead. I'm like trying to watch out for the Gamma Breaker right there. I decided, hey, let me go back and stop God Vegeta. Just because if he does get that tower, that would just be very unfortunate. And he does. But I'm like, let me just prevent any extra tower damage, right? Whilst God Vegeta is over there getting some extra kind of chips as well. As you see, our tower is a lot better looking than their tower right now. So not only do we get triple boss, but we just applied a lot of pressure to the tower. God Vegeta did really good in backturn right there, but not really the biggest deal. Either way, that is Vegito. I mean, you guys kind of see what Vegito's value is here. I'm not like, you know, oh, God, I'm the best Vegito player in the world, but, you know, you guys kind of see where it is. Vegito's ult could be a little weird to aim, but I think I should probably practice with this guy more. He's really fun, though, but appreciate y'all for watching. Let me know what y'all thinking, and, of course, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.